compost or recycle. The skills part in the orange, how to teach the kids skills, how to teach them, how do you cook? Why is it important to have good nutrition? Why it's important to treat our planet in a respectful manner. You know, if we teach kids about nutrition education and then we don't provide healthy foods in the lunchroom, then there's a disconnect. And if we teach kids about, or we have healthy foods in the lunchroom and we don't teach them why it's important to eat healthy foods, it's a disconnect too. So somehow we have to provide healthy foods and teach them why it's important to have these foods. And the curriculum areas that are integrated in the Garden to Table program are, number one, the organic gardens, the wellness promotion, which includes exercise, sustainability education, nutrition education. Number three, the healthy foods, growing the healthy foods, get them information about the importance of homegrown foods, and that foods don't only come from grocery stores, they actually come from the earth. And also environmental sustainability education. So I'm going to show you a quick clip of the Garden to Table program. This was done probably 3 or 4 years ago in the pilot school, which was Creekside Elementary. I love this when this does this.
There are new and dire predictions tonight about the future of our planet. It's a dramatic symptom of the warming of the Earth.
The world is now dependent on fossil fuels that produce carbon dioxide, greenhouse gases that stay in the atmosphere 100 years after they're released. The result, the worldwide temperature is expected to increase by 2 to 10 degrees in the next century.
Another serious health danger to Americans of every age is air pollution.
When dirty air is inhaled, invisible pollutants can become embedded in the lungs or travel through the bloodstream. There, they may harden arteries or cause inflammation, leading to heart disease or stroke.
A new study confirms what many families already know: the costs for health care are rising, taking up a bigger part of the family budget. Health care costs consume 10% or more of family income, and doctors say the financial burden keeps some patients away until it may be too late.
A new government survey shows fewer are drinking or using illegal drugs, but more teens are getting high on drugs they find in their parents' medicine chests.
Today in this nation, the number of anxious and depressed kids is on the rise.
Teenage girls are twice as likely as boys to feel sad and hopeless, twice as likely to think about suicide.
Meanwhile, many teens are in trouble these days, health trouble that is, because they are seriously overweight. Pediatricians say they're even seeing early-stage heart disease in some of their youngest patients. The CDC predicts more than 1/3 of today's 6-year-olds will develop diabetes, but already more than 12 million American children are overweight, twice the number from 20 years ago.
Is junk food on the menu? Well, 2 moms in New York got fed up with all the junk food in school cafeterias, and you know what? They decided to do something about it. They formed a group. They call themselves 2 Angry Moms to find healthy alternatives to help other parents demand a change. They even made a film about their quest.
None of this is food. Do you get whole sweet potatoes in? Ever? When you say whole, yeah, fresh? No. Even the government doesn't get this clearly. The second ingredient, first ingredient is peanuts, the second ingredient is dextrose, which is sugar, salt, sugar, sodium phosphate is one I can't even pronounce, I'm not even going to try to.
One of the things I really wanted to show in the film was some inspiring stories. We went to Berkeley, California, where there's probably the most famous school system chef, Ann Cooper, has really completely turned around the food there. She's got a seasonal menu. She's even including a lot of organic ingredients, and she's doing all this on a public school budget. So it's a wonderful example.
It shows that it can be done.
It can be done.
Raise your hand if you're interested in eating a salad that we grow in our own courtyard. Has anybody ever seen what a lettuce seed looks like? With the seeds, you learn a whole lot more about what the plant's full life cycle really is. It's going to be, what do you think this is going to be? Straight or like, this is actually going to be a little butter crunch. And you see how round the leaf is? How nice and round where these are all long? It's going to make a nice round butter. How do you like to eat salad? Chopped up, whole leaves. Working with the parents and the adults as well. It's an educational process the whole way. There's some dirty fingers already. There it goes. All we got to do is sprinkle them in there and about a half-inch apart kind of thing. Yeah, this is about trying to just open the hearts and the minds. Teaching. It's nutrition, but it's also from a level of really trying to excite them to. Maybe some of them will actually become gardeners. We're really at a shortage.
And there's something else that I learned that first graders are pretty savvy about this year. We have lots of worms around here. So we're going to keep our eyes open. We might see worms, we might see toads, we might see snakes.
What's that?
Love.
Wow. Did you just find that on the ground? Well, what are you eating there? What is that? Is it good? You like it? You seem to be eating it.
I really myself.
Wow.
It's good.
We talk about nutrition. Does that matter?
No.
Raise your hand if it matters. You guys aren't caring too much about that yet? How many of you, raise your hand if parents care about what you eat? Okay, I got a few more hands on that one.
Can you tell me why do you think it's important to use local farmers?
We don't rely on so many like big companies in other states.
Right. I mean, it can be everything from not using the transportation of huge trucks going across our country, so we're not using as much fuel. It can be just supporting the people that we know. We get to cultivate great relationships with a lot of these farmers who deliver to our back door, and we really understand where the food comes from.
Remember what we did last week in science when we talked about the taste buds and how the nose and the brain work together for that. Okay? What's one test you could do? Diana? Plug your nose, see what you can taste. Okay? And then unplug your nose and see what happens. What are the 4 primary tastes? Who can name those for me, Freddie?
Bitter, sweet, salty, and sour.
Does anyone know where blueberries are grown? Good.
So what do you think? Are blueberries a superfood? Yeah, why? What's their color? Dark, yeah, like dark purple, dark blue. So again, the darker the color of the fruit, the better it is for you. So blueberries are a superfood. Finish this sentence. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Very good.
Now we're going to learn more about some more fruits, organic fruits, and sort of what they taste like.
Grapes.
So
good. Yeah, blackberries are really good.
We have this whole Garden to the Table program, and it has 4 parts. The garden in the courtyard, and the healthy foods in the kitchen. So really sort of reforming how we do school lunches. And that's taking our Boulder Valley School District curriculum for every grade level with its standards, and making sure that we tie in those science units to what's happening in the kitchen or what's growing in the garden.
Once a week, EcoCycle comes and picks up the compost that the kids have collected every day and sends it down to a composting facility outside of Golden. And we brought back several yards last spring and put it in the garden.
What's the most healthy? Donuts and candy, or carrots, beets, and lettuce? That's the most healthy, so that's great.